When generative artificial intelligence exploded into the mainstream, it felt like magic. Suddenly, anyone with an internet connection could generate photorealistic images or write complex code with a simple text prompt. The immediate assumption from the financial press was that the next wave of tech billionaires would be the developers building viral, consumer-facing applications using this new technology. But looking at the newest entries on the billionaire indexes today, those front-end app creators are almost entirely absent. The capital in the AI sector is actively flowing away from the chat boxes and the image generators that we interact with on our screens. If the money isn't in the consumer apps, where exactly are these multi-billion-dollar fortunes accumulating? To find the actual wealth, we have to look entirely beneath the screen. This diagram of the AI stack shows exactly where the money is going, away from the interface and down into the hidden physical architecture powering the entire system. The base of this architecture is the silicon layer. Here, abstract code is translated into mathematical computation. Traditional processors calculate linearly, one problem at a time. AI models demand a different approach, the graphics processing unit, built to process thousands of calculations simultaneously. The overwhelming majority of these specific, highly advanced chips are designed by one company, NVIDIA, led by CEO Jensen Huang. We usually imagine computing power as weightless data, but these processors are dense, physical grids carved into microscopic silicon. Etching these complex atomic-scale circuits is so physically demanding that only a handful of specialized facilities on the planet have the machinery to produce them. Whoever controls the limited supply of these microscopic grids essentially sets the physical speed limit for the entire global AI industry. A processor sitting on a desk is useless. It requires heavy networking and constant cooling to function, bringing us to the second tier of the stack, infrastructure. Tech giants are packing millions of these GPUs into hyper-specialized, warehouse-scale data centers. This physical requirement created a secondary wealth boom for real estate tycoons, who secure the land, pour the concrete, and build the physical shells. Running these facilities requires staggering amounts of electricity. Training a single advanced model pulls massive power from the grid. That tech companies are now striking exclusive deals directly with massive nuclear power plants to secure their supply. At this layer, artificial intelligence is indistinguishable from heavy industry. Its growth is completely constrained by traditional real estate and copper wire. Sitting directly on top of that physical infrastructure is the third layer, foundation models, developed by companies like OpenAI and Anthropic. Unlike a specific app designed to write emails or sort spreadsheets, a foundation model acts as a broad, universal reasoning engine. The private financial valuations for these specific research labs have quickly scaled into the tens of billions of dollars, completely outpacing standard software startups. As this diagram shows, these labs are not building a standalone product. They are building the core intelligence that every subsequent app developer will rely on. Reaching this level requires spending billions of dollars up front just to rent the silicon and infrastructure layers beneath them. This massive capital requirement effectively locks smaller competitors out of the market entirely. By owning the base model, these companies act as a digital toll booth. Any developer adding basic cognition to their software is forced to pay them for access. When we zoom out and look at the entire AI stack, the capital is concentrated at the bottom, starving the consumer-facing tier at the top. We have experienced technological gold rushes before, particularly the frenzied race to build the internet in the late 1990s. During the dot-com boom, massive fortunes were frequently minted by the people building the consumer-facing websites. Today, the wealth is locked behind the closed doors of foundational infrastructure. To find a completely accurate parallel for this specific economic dynamic, we have to look past the software era. The business strategies of today's hardware and compute billionaires align much closer with the oil barons and railroad tycoons of the 19th century. Industry previously reorganized itself entirely around the availability of electricity and petroleum. Modern businesses are now forced to organize themselves around the availability of raw computing power. This new class of AI billionaires has secured control over the physical and digital supply chain of human cognition.